What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are at a job site that a lot of you might not recognize. If you've been following my channel for a while, you might remember this building behind me. This is a building for a charity called Sparrow's Nest, and this is where our construction crew has been working for the past couple months. It is obviously a pretty big building, but me and Rodrigo and now Kevin are in our shop full time for the winter, which is why you haven't seen any videos here. I definitely need to get here and make an updated video. You can see there's siding on all of the building and they've made quite a bit of progress here. I just haven't had time to get over here and film a video specifically on this building. But the reason I am here today is because our mini excavator is here and we have a warm spell coming in over the next couple weeks. There is no sign of snow, so we're gonna move this machine to a new job site and possibly dig for a new foundation if the weather stays warm. So tomorrow we're gonna move this, but it hasn't ran in quite some time, so I'm here pretty much just to make sure it'll turn on and run. That way tomorrow when we come to move it, we don't run into any issues. But as long as everything works here, we're getting in my truck and we're heading down to our main shop for the rest of the day. That was close. It almost didn't want to start. It is pretty cold here this morning, but I'm gonna let this run for a few minutes, charge the battery up a bit, and then we're getting out of here. All right, guys, so this truck is pretty much buttoned up. Did a service on it over the weekend. We just checked the fuel filter. The fuel filter was pretty much brand new, so we're not changing that. But we have an issue with one of these fittings down here. This big fitting here is leaking slightly, which is why this truck is still sitting here. So I'm gonna have to get a new fitting. These are all the old fittings off of the old tanks and we just reused them, but we tried cleaning that airline, putting it back in, cleaning the fitting, and it is leaking very little bit, but over time you lose quite a bit of air. So we got to get one of these fittings changed, and then this truck is pretty much complete. Rodrigo is working on his truck over here on the new strobe lights for the cab guard. He is running wires to get them all up and running, and then this truck will be pretty much done. That is the last missing piece on here now that we have a winter edge, but hopefully this will be buttoned up today. We can get this truck out. At least if I can find that fitting today, we can get that truck out of here as well. But I need to throw some tools in here. I left these buckets out here because they were full of ice and dirt and stuff, but I need to throw some tools in the bed of my truck. We have a catch basin in the village that apparently got knocked off and a kid almost fell in it, so I got to go take a look at that, and hopefully all I have to do is throw it back on. But let me grab some tools and then we'll head out there and see what's up with that. All right, guys, so I'm back at my shop now. I went and fixed that catch basin. It was the curb box piece of it, but it was only knocked off, like, it wasn't even knocked off. It was, instead of sitting square with the curb, it was spun like, I don't know, an inch or so off, and there's no way a kid almost fell in it. I think whoever called the village hall exaggerated a little bit and tried to get us out there quicker than normal, but we go out the day that we get those emails anyway, so it's not like saying something like that would get us there faster than we normally would. But this truck, we are still having an issue with. I'm gonna slide under here to show you guys real quick. Chat, so did I put this light right here? All right, so this hose, you can see it's leaking right into the fitting there, bubbling like crazy. That's air coming out of it, creating all of these bubbles. So obviously this is no good. I'm gonna pull this fitting off and we're gonna bring it with us later this afternoon or tomorrow morning we're gonna stop and try and get a new one. If the guy has it in stock, we'll grab it. If not, he'll order it for us. Hopefully he has it and we can get this truck buttoned up tomorrow. But let me grab some tools and we'll get this pulled off of here. Alright guys, so I got this fitting off here and I don't know really what's up with it. I think it's just too worn down, too old. I tried cleaning it and cutting the airline back a little bit and put it back on, tightened everything down, and it was still leaking, but it seems to be leaking out of right here rather than where the pipe goes in right here. So basically this is kind of like a shark bite fitting. I don't really know the exact name for this, but there's like little slits down in here and I believe the air is seeping out and then coming back up and coming out right here, which is leading me to believe that this piece that slides a little bit is just too worn down, leaving a gap for the air to come out. So I'm gonna get a new one of these. Hopefully that solves it. It should. But Rodrigo is almost done with this truck. He's just finishing some of the wiring up, but let me turn these strobes on real quick. Front strobes, rear strobes. So, looks pretty good. These cab guards that we got are very nice, but let me climb over this wing real quick. We'll go to the back of the truck. You guys have seen this before, this light bar. So this truck is pretty much buttoned up. Let me turn these off. But I think that is gonna wrap it up for this one. Hopefully we can get this fitting in the morning, get this truck out of here tomorrow, but that all depends if he has it in stock. But if you guys have any questions or comments, definitely leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.